I can't, I can't get this off my face. How is everyone? Wow. You know what, right? Fair play. Fair play to them football players out there today. Fair play, man. Fair play. I said in midweek, these are our battles at the weekend. These are our battles, man. We've got to win our battles. We've got to fight our fights. We've got to be the victor in our fights. And what we did today, in my opinion, although the scoreline and it felt tense, we set out with a game plan. We perfected it, and we won a game comfortably. For me. And every single aspect to that game, which was vitally important, we were better than them. I thought the way we set up, and mainly in the first half, look, we can talk about final ball, final result. Look, we're not that team. We won't be this season. We're not, all right? That's why where we are. But in terms of when we got the ball moving, and remember Bielsa when it was free-flowing in the final third and it's 1, 2, 3 pass, everyone knew where they were running. Everyone looked connected. It was that, to an extent, in a different style, but it was that. In the final third at times, in the mid to final third, the transitions between McKennie and Rocker, who were absolutely phenomenal, beyond words, and I'll get on to the other players in a minute. You know what I'm going to talk about. The other two. Them two were phenomenal in there. The passing, the movement, every time we passed it, someone was moving, someone was running off. We went into Bamford, then came back out. We played out to play in. We went deep to play back, to go forward. Oh, it's good to see, man. A Leeds United team playing some good football. That's what we saw today. And for me, we've had these shock results, we've scraped results, we've come back in games, we've done freak results away at Liverpool. But that just felt good. That felt like a team which understands exactly the assignment. It did. That's what it felt like. The coach has come in, and fair play to him, right? Fair play. No one wanted us. Remember this. No one wanted to come to Leeds, and quite rightly, we're in a bad position. All our top targets, they didn't want it. They didn't want to come to Leeds. They didn't want to come to Leeds. Avi was what, 5th, 6th choice? No hesitation. None. Straight in. Straight into the team and said, I'll deal with it. I'll sort this out. And so far, what he's done in that short space of time is almost perfect. In the sense, look who we've beaten and look who we've drawn to. Look where our points have come from. Our points have come from the games we've needed them. And those are the teams around us in mid-table. Look, we lost to Arsenal, we lost to Chelsea. Chelsea were not great, granted, but you know what I mean. And for a coach to come in when nobody else wanted Leeds United, nobody wanted to even, nope, he's changing the mindset of these players, which I've questioned. Not questioned, but queried, wondered. And I'm speechless at times. Look, we're not prime tiki-taka Barcelona. What I'm saying is, we look so effective in the way we played today. Forest tried everything, and Steve Cooper's a very good coach. He's a good coach, is Steve Cooper. Genuinely, he's a really good coach. He tried everything. Changed formation. Thought that is it Adiaye, the guy who came on at top. He changed it a bit. Some good balls going through to him. They tried more of a direct approach. They nearly got through once or twice. But man to man, every single player in that Leeds United team can be proud today. They tried to change it all. They couldn't. They couldn't. Nothing worked. So we were up here tactically in tune with what we needed to do to win that game. Individual players. I could go to every individual. I'm going to do it really quick. Ayling today. Again, 1 or 2 times in the first half, progressing that ball forward, lost it once or twice. I thought it was fine. Fine job. The 2 centre-backs, and this is unsung, right? Everyone's going to talk about the guys. I'm going to speak about them very soon. The 2 centre-backs, Robin Koch and and Pascal Struijk were absolutely phenomenal. Questions asked, will we deal without Woba? Today, they were both like Woba. Their mindset was that. Pascal, I don't know what it is about Pascal. He looks a bit lighter to me. I know he's been playing fullback. Maybe he's lost a bit of weight. He looks a bit lighter on his feet. He looks a bit more nimble. But him and Cockin there, fantastic. The blocks they made, you know, the interceptions they made. Look, once or twice they almost got through, but they just had enough in them to deny it. Elan came out every time, claimed it. That's what you need from your goalkeeper. Left back, Junior Firpo, right? Got revelation. Absolute liberation. What's the word when yeah. Phenomenal. I always kept quiet on the criticism for Junior Firpo because for me, when I see one performance from a player, which I saw once or twice this season earlier on, pre-season, I thought if he can just replicate this type of performance in the Premier League, we'll be fine. And it's took him a while, but he's now consistently performing, and he's at this point undroppable. He's playing phenomenal. He really is. He's got a very good winger in Brennan Johnson who's going to beat you once or twice, but he was fantastic. That one-on-one he had at the back where the ball went through, the only one or two times it went through the centre-backs, he was there and he stood up to his task and he got the ball. Paul Robinson was harsh, saying he's showing his lack of quality in the final third. Shut up, man. I don't think he's watched it. He's talking about Leeds or this team that just go for it. I don't think he's watched, have he, in the last few weeks. But Junior Firpo, outstanding son. And then I've already spoke about midfield. Again, you're forgetting. No Woba, no Tyler Adams. Woba and Adams who? The players stood up tonight. McKennie, for me, he's finding his role in this team. He really is. There's some brilliant tackles, positionally, decent. Most of the time, he's a little slack off his man once or twice. When Shelby came on, he played a bit deeper. Who's marking him? But Weston McKennie, for me, just epitomised the signing that we want. He got stuck in when he needed to. His ball progression was really good. He picked the right pass most of the time. He ran and ran and ran. He broke the lines once or twice. Phenomenal. Mark Rocker. There is a thing going around that people don't rate, and I know some of you guys in the comments are not a big fan of Mark Rocker. Come on. Performance from Mark Rocker in this system was more expansive. That's the player we want. And again, I'll mirror what I said about McKennie. Tackles, positioning, interceptions, ball playing out wide, little passes in and outs. Perfect. And then I go to the wingers, and oh my God. I said at the start of the season, Sinisterra will be my player of the season, in my opinion, if he's fit. And I wish he was fit. If he was fit for the rest of this, for all the season, we would not be in this position. That first half performance, and a bit of the second, he got tired. Obviously, he's not played in a while. That first half performance was Rafinha-esque. It was. Every time he got that ball, and what I mean by that, every time he got this ball, I went like this. I expected something to come from it, and they were doubling up on him, and they couldn't get near him. They could not get near him. And then he comes inside, cuts inside, and whips one in the bottom corner. Who did we see do that for Leeds? The man, Raf. And if he could only stay fit now for the end of this season, and then hopefully stay up and go into next season, he's going to be cooking. He's going to be cooking. Because that lad, is extremely talented. His technical ability is next to none. His first touch and his second touch are done in the space of about that. It was a right back for Williams. Not a chance. Didn't want it. Not a chance against him. Not a chance. William knows out, by the way. Sinisterra steps in and says, "Did you forget about me?" No, I did not. But I'm glad you're back. Jack Harrison. We always say, don't we, about Jack Harrison and how clear talent, raw talent, just absolute beast of a technical ability. That don't make sense. Technical beast. His first touch is phenomenal. His body position's always good. He's got a decent strike on him. His little movements are good. Today was a guy who, for me, people question whether he wants to stay at Leeds. Today was a guy who said yes. I never really questioned it. I question mentality sometimes, but that was a player who wanted nothing more than to pull us through that game if he had to. And imagine he could replicate that And he's been doing it now for the last 3 games. He's been replicating it. He hasn't played the best in the last 4, but he's getting stats on the board. He's getting the goals and assists. He's stepping up. And today he stepped up. He was phenomenal in every way. Everywhere. And this one's going to be interesting. I know he's going to get criticism because I know how people think. Patrick Bamford. Look, what I'll say. Was he a wasteful in possession sometimes? Yes. Did he lose the ball too easily? Yes. Did he make the wrong decision when passing sometimes? Yes. However, he got a lot of the ball today. Paul Robinson, I don't think he understands. I love Paul Robinson, honestly. But you're saying he's not been in the game. And this is the video I'm going to analyse. I'm going to analyse this. I'm going to analyse Bamford's performance. Front three's performance. I'm going to analyse Bamford a big bit. The people that say he wasn't good, you are wrong. I know it's opinions, but I'm telling you, and I'll prove it in my video. His hold-up play at times today was phenomenal. He won fouls, he held it up, he passed it off 7 or 8, 9 times. He lost it 4 or 5. His runs in behind, his relentless running. That defence was so unstructured because of him. They had no idea where he was going, who to mark him, who to push up on him. No idea. And when he did move up, that left so much space in behind. Him moving up, they moved up as a high line. And then that was the ball in behind. It was intelligent centre-forward play. Look, he's not as sharp as he could be. We know that. But for me, as a striker, I'm not a striker, but for me, him as a striker, can be proud of that performance. Honestly. All you've got to change is a little few more concentration, nuance issues, little issues, and then you've got a 10 out of 10 performance from striker. A goal. Because the idea and the thought process of the entire team now seem to be on the same wavelength. And I genuinely think, look, we needed that 3rd goal because I was stressing. But they didn't, in hindsight, they didn't have much, did they? They really didn't. And although we were more structured and a bit deeper in the second half, I thought we coped with them really well. And they looked like a team in trouble. We didn't. We looked good today. And I'm proud of the team. Genuinely proud of the team. But now what's important is progression. We've won 2 out of 2 in the Premier League. In the last 2 weeks. Sorry, we lost to Arsenal. What am I on about? We've won 2 out of 3 in the last few weeks. Drawing to Bournemouth. Getting the results. Javi's getting the results. I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy. Let me know what you guys think. I didn't even talk about Aronson. Sorry, Aronson came off, didn't he? Again, the little passes and movement. He looked sharp. He looked ready to go. Again, final product. But for me, he's building back the confidence in a different system. He's not used to anywhere but Marsh ball. Now he's adapting to a different system. And he's finding his role. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from Brendan. His relentless running is affecting teams. It's not just running. I know people get annoyed by just running stats. When running's effective, you stand a chance of winning much more. Because you're working harder than everyone else. The extra yard to get to a ball, the extra yard to get to end of a pass, the extra yard to pressure a defender. It makes a lot of difference. When you're on the ball and you press forward, defenders don't want to mark it. Believe me. Ever. But, yeah, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. Genuinely. I think we were colossal. And we did a decent job. Obviously, it's not perfect. But I'm proud. And the performance was very, very good for what we needed to do. We needed to beat them today, right? But I also think we did it with a bit of style and a bit of identity. And at times we looked good. The final balls are iffy. It always is going to be. We're not that team. But in terms of style and what he's done, Javi, fair play. Right, that's all I've got to say. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate the support. Yeah, back to university work. RIP. Peace.